was a great day Sunday for us. The team played well and probably put together as good a half as we have all year. And but it's over, and we move on to playing at Purdue, where Purdue's good no matter where you play them. Particularly, that's always been a place that I think is really a tough environment to win. And we've been able to go in there and sneak out a couple wins lately, but we're going to have to play better than we played even those times to win this game. So they present some challenges with the shot blocker, incredible quickness to get into the lane. They get to the foul line like crazy. So we're going to have to make some shots, but we're going to stop. Our defense is just okay. It's our offense is been good at times. It's got to be spectacular until we improve our defense.
Brendan, why don't you start us off?
You go from facing 4 straight ranked teams, and even before that, Nebraska, you could argue, whatever, but to the final 4 games of teams under 500 in the league. Where do you kind of see this team in terms of its ability to keep its?
See, I never look at it like that. I just don't think you go into a game and you say, okay, this team's hadn't had the success so far. I mean, I still remember playing Syracuse. It was February 5th. It was my birthday. They were unranked, and they won the national championship that year. They were unranked on February 5th. So I don't look at it like, okay, we played these. They're all the same. They're just as tough as game to us if we went to Ohio State, went to Michigan State. They may not be to the media, and they may not be in reality. They are to me. It's difficult.
But that's you. I was asking about how the players, in terms of keeping
I hope
that
they
steady
have that.
level.
That's our whole job as a coach, to be able to make sure they understand that at this level of basketball, every game is going to be a battle, and you only play 4 more. You battled for 20-some. It's going to be a battle just like you were playing the Arizonas and the Michigan States.
Rod?
With Nick's confidence, how do you keep that going from one game to the next? I think he had the quote about he decided he didn't want to be contained anymore. How do you keep that from one game to the next?
Well, it's a lot of that is internal. He internalizes, and he has to do that. I mean, we just keep giving him encouragement, but at the same time, whether it's through different positive motivation, he's got to be ready to take on that challenge every day, and that's easier said than done. When you know, okay, they're going to gear up against me, right? They got 2 or 3 guys on me all the time. Some people embrace that. Some of them embrace it sometimes. Sometimes people have trouble ever embracing it. And so when he embraces it, right, he really is a very good player.
Mark?
Some of the offensive numbers and efficiency numbers are better than they were last year. Is this offense better than last year's? And if so, why?
Yeah, I have trouble comparing those things. When they do tell us our numbers at the end, I am surprised that we've been so efficient. I think we're a good foul shooting team, and that certainly has helped us, but it's not a lot better than last year. Probably, I think another, Karras has really helped us with another guy to get into the lane. Tim would get in there a little bit, right? And Nick didn't do that last year, and obviously Trey got in there. But I think we got 3 guys right now that are getting in the lane a lot, 4 counting Spike. But I mean, the point guard and Nick and Karras really help us put pressure on the rim, and maybe we have more walk-in shots.
How do you evaluate how successful the offense is?
Oh, a lot of different ways. Obviously, the OER is one of them. But no, I look at our assists and our turnovers and our shooting percentages, and then the most obvious one: how many points did we score? I mean, when I look at this with our defensive field goal percentage hovering around 45 in the league, I think that's the highest we've had in a long time. At the same time, we're not fouling people. Maybe we're giving up points because we're not fouling people, but we're keeping guys on the court. Maybe that's all part of this formula. But I don't have this magic formula figured out. We've been able to win because we've been able to hold people's points down, whichever way it is.
Right over here with John Cook.
Karras vowed after the game that this team is going to come out the rest of the year with a high level of energy at the start of games. Is there any way that, as coaches, you can affect or influence that?
I think we can, if you were in a locker room, you'd hear some pretty good motivational speeches, because the coaches are speaking from history of watching teams, of wishing they were playing again, or wishing they were, coaching. It's just really a thing, they gotta go on the game, it's really those first few minutes. You know, couple things go right, something happens, something goes wrong, you can't be bothered by it. But when you're on the road, it is difficult. It is difficult because people are coming at you. I mean, you never, as I said to you guys many times, it doesn't ever get old in both ways, that you're never used to a lot of people cheering against you. And it takes you a minute, and then you settle down and you're fine. But initially, when people like Purdue or these teams come after you, you can have a tendency to just shy away a little bit, and that sometimes gets you off to a really bad start.